family from a primary unit of production consumption to primary unit of consumption, primary unit of socialization, emergence of different types of family, dual career family, single women families, LGBT and homosexual families, live in relationship families, beanpole type families, from classical families to extended families, from classical families to nuclear families. Hi, Shabia. So I'm from Mumbai. So the changing process of family, the laws of functions. Having surveyed the ways in which the structure of the family may have changed over the years, will now investigate whether the functions of the family have also changed. Some sociologists argue the family has lost a number of its functions in modern industrial family. Institutions such as business, political parties, and pressure groups, schools, and welfare organizations are specialized in the functions formerly performed by them. चेहरा देखना है तो you can go in my shorts, is there if you wish to see. Right now I have to dismantle the camera and all everything. Hi Wicket. So guys, while are watching the channel, you can just look at the content of my channel. If you like it, then you can subscribe the channel. Some sociologists argue that the family has lost a number of its functions in modern industrial society. Institutions such as business, political parties, schools, and welfare organizations are specialized in functions formerly performed by the family. Talcott Parson argued, okay, now business, family has lost its functions. Hi, Wicket. Some sociologists argue that the family has lost a number of its functions in modern society, such as business, political parties, schools, and welfare organization or specialized in the functions formerly performed by the family. Talcott Parson argued that the family has become, on the macroscopic levels, almost completely functionless. It is not itself except here and there engage in much economic production. It is not a significant unit in the political power system. It is not a major direct agency of integration of the larger society, yet its individual members participate in all these functions, but they do as individuals, not in their roles as the family members. So, family has lost many of its functions. The most of the functions that was initially performed by the family are now being performed by the political institutions, the NGOs, and the civil societies, the schools, educational institutions, the businesses, the welfare organization. Parson argues that on the macroscopic levels, almost completely family has become functionless. So on the macroscopic level, it has become functionless. The function of the family is now confined to micro aspect of the family as an institution. It is not itself on the macroscopic level, the family almost became functional. It does not itself accept here and there engage in much economic production. It is not a significant unit in the political power system. It is not a major direct agency of integration of the larger society. So, it is neither a direct agency of the integration of the larger society nor a significant part in the political power system. Its individual members participate in all these functions, but they do so as individuals, not in the roles of the family members. So the members of the family, they participate in all the functions, but they do so as individuals, as microscopic individuals, rather than their obligation or the role as a family members. However, this does not mean that the family is declining its importance, just simply become more specialized. So they're arguing here that the family is not declining; it's a still important unit of consumption rather than production. Initially, the family was the important unit of both production and consumption. Now it has been confined to consumption because the production functions has been taken by Hi Rishabh. Production functions has been taken by the business organization. So, however, this does not mean the family is declining. Still, the family has important functions to perform, like it is a unit of consumption, the economic functions. Without family, there will be. This is not geography. This is sociology. So, still the family performs major vital functions like the unit of consumption, reproductive role, culture obligations. Primary socialization of the children are still performed by the family, though it has been distributed to other organization like the play school, the cricket facilities, and all. However, this does not mean that the family decline has simply become more specialized. And still, many of the feminists argue that the sociologists are wrong in arguing that the family has, its role in the its production role has declined. Most of the production still takes in the family by the that is performed by the women's. That is the housework and other care work that is still performed by the women. That is not counted as economic activity or in the GDP growth of the country. So still the production is performed, but it's not counted by the larger social structure. Parson made it that this role is still vital by structuring, of course, his functions like structuring of the adult personalities, um, emotional stabilization, and all such things of the husband and wife. by structuring the personalities of the young and stabilizing the personalities of the adults. Person the family provides its members with psychological training and support necessary to meet the requirements of the social system. Parson concluded the family is more specialized than before, but not in any general sense less important, because society is dependent more exclusively on it for the performance of certain of its vital functions, because the laws of certain functions that the family has made its remaining function more important. So according to Boston, what is the major vital functions of the family? That is stabilization of the adult personalities, the psychological training, and the support necessary for its members. So it still perform the vital role for the larger social system. A person known the family is more now. It has become more specialized than before, though it has lost some of its functions, but the function that still perform, that still the family is performing, has become much more important. Thus, the loss of the certain functions of the family has made the remaining functions more important. The maintenance and the improvement of functions. So, what are the maintenance of the functions of the family, and the what has been the improvement? You can quote a thinker here. Of course, production is still maintained. It's a unit of consumption. Women still perform much of the household work in the families. So care work is still done in the families by the women, and other maintenance of the functions is still is a major function, considering the biological functions of reproduction, without which the society cannot exist. And of course it still performs the function of the primary socialization of the children, and certain cultural obligations such as maintaining lineage, descent, inheritance, the line of lineage that passes through male lines, which is known as patrilineal families. Not all sociology would agree, however, that the family has lost many of its functions in the modern industrial society. Not also not this is a thinker. Ronald Fletcher, a British sociologist. You have got Parson away. British sociologist and a strong supporter of the family, maintain that just the opposite has happened in the family and the marriages in Britain. So his family marriages in Britain. Fletcher argued that not only has the family retained its function, but also those functions have increased in detail importance. Specialized institutions such as schools and hospitals have added to and improved the family functions rather than superseded them.